Wonder Woman, on the world saving for you, and the powers you possess. On your satin tights, fighting for your rights, in the old Red, White, and Blue. Oh, hey everyone. Well, as you can see, I'm reading Wonder Woman, Spirit of Truth. And it's a big comic, and it's a really good one. You should look it up. Very remarkable story. Anyway, this is my topic for the day. I'm reviewing Wonder Woman, the Amazonian Princess, or the Spirit of Truth. Since I reviewed Batman and Superman, I just thought I think it would be a lot better if I reviewed Wonder Woman. And even though I'm wearing a Batman shirt while I'm reviewing Wonder Woman, I just don't like the whole idea of Superman having a relationship with Wonder Woman. I like it better on the animated series of Justice League, where Batman has a thing for Wonder Woman. I mean, the romance between Batman and Wonder Woman is way better than the romance between Superman and Wonder Woman. But that's just me, right? Anyway, this is my review for the day. And not many people know that the guy who created Wonder Woman was back in the 40s. And he was a doctor, and he invented the polygraph test, also known as the lie detector test. He goes by the name of William Morton Marston. That's a mouthful. But of course, he wasn't exactly a sexist guy, because he had a wife, but he also had a girlfriend. So he's kind of living like a Mormon life that he had. And of course, I heard his girlfriend, she wore metal bracelets. Inspiration for the metal bracelets Wonder Woman has. Those bulletproof bracelets go like pew 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 pew. Anyway, the reason and of course what I have here, ladies and gentlemen, is my first season. They only made about 3 seasons of it, and it is Wonder Woman, starring that lovely and attractive Linda Carter, and she still looks good even today. And of course, I heard there was a on-air pilot of Wonder Woman, so this wasn't exactly the first Wonder Woman series that first appeared. There were others, but it just wasn't that good. And now I hear there was a current TV series of Wonder Woman. They made a pilot, but it was not that good. I mean, it doesn't end well. Can't they ever... I mean, if they want to do a series of Wonder Woman, do it right! Quit making up crap! This is why they don't last long. If they keep on making up stories about Wonder Woman and not from the original comics, they'll ruin what Wonder Woman really stood for. And she's a woman of truth. And of course, that doctor who made the polygraph test was the inspiration for the Golden Lasso, forcing people to speak the truth. Now, even though she was around the 40s, this is how the whole origin goes. You see, a lot of people used to think that Wonder Woman is American, but actually, some people thought she might be Greek because she worships the Greek gods, but actually she's Themysciran. Hear me out. You see, a long time ago, since not many people are worshipping Greek gods these days, so a group of Greek goddesses decided to make a world where people can worship Greek goddesses. So therefore, they decided to create an island called Paradise Island, or Themysciran, and decided to make a women-only island, that men are not allowed to be there. So they gather up all the spirits of women who have been killed by the hatred and the controls of men into that island. And then over a year, the ruler of the island wanted to have a daughter. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Where I come from, a woman's no good without a man. Well, let me ask you something. Are you from the 40s? Or 50s? Did you just come from that time, get into a time machine, and try to say things like that? Huh? You see, I, for one, believe in women's rights. That's why I like Sarah Palin. I don't care what anybody else says. I mean, I would like Hillary Clinton, but there's some about her I don't like. But that's just me. Anyway, back to the story. You see, the ruler of the Themysciran, she wanted to have a daughter, and the only way she did, she went into the hottest area of the beach where the sand is at, and what she did is she made a sand child, a baby, and she held the sand child up in the sky, and Hera, Zeus's wife, put life into that sand child, and that's where Diane was born. And that's Wonder Woman's real name, Diane. And then during all those years, they started studying, and one thing about the women in that island, they're immortal. So they've been around since the Greek times, since the clash of the Roman Empire and tons of historical things going by. And then all of a sudden, this is where this story began from the original comic. There was an airplane pilot who goes by the name of Steve Trevor. Now, Steve Trevor, I mean, this story started all the way back to World War II, during the battle between us and the Germans. And Steve Trevor flew his plane battling against those Nazis, going all... And all of a sudden he was gunned down by a Nazi and he went like... But he survived. And Diane noticed the crash, so she ran towards Steve, got him out of the plane, and trying to get some information from him, so they put the lasso of truth around him. And he told him that he's an airplane pilot battling against the Nazis because they're fighting for the justice and tyranny and all that. Everything that America stood for. So, the Queen of the Amazonian wanted to have one of the strongest and bravest women to go to America and try to help the Americans. Diane wanted to go because she never seen a man before, and she met Trevor, so she wanted to help him, but her daughter said, no, you're not allowed to go to America. So she decided to have a tournament, and Diane disguised herself, and after she beat the entire tournament, she revealed herself, and even though it shocked her mother to know that her own daughter betrayed her by disguising herself and beating the tournament, so they decided to let her go. They gave her the invisible jet and metal bracelets, bulletproof, and they also said that her golden belt gives her super strength and flight ability. And also gave her a lasso of truth, so she can, every time she ties up people with that lasso, they can tell the truth. And also her head thing, I forgot what it's called. Some people say that she used it to read people's thoughts, but also she can use it as a boomerang. And I have to say about the TV series, I watched the show, and that Linda Carter, very pretty, very attractive. And she looks good even today. And nobody cannot beat Linda Carter. Of course, I heard about an abuse she'd been through, and... Anyway, all in all, throughout history, even back in the early 80s, I mean, they continued on doing comic books about Wonder Woman, and everybody remembers the way she is. And there are a lot of comic book designers who keep changing her, not making her exactly the way she is in the comic. Heck, there's even a guy named Danny O'Neill, the guy who continued the story of Batman. He decided to make Wonder Woman interesting by not letting her wear the old-fashioned suit and wear her an all-white outfit, working as a spy and studies martial arts. That just made all the Wonder Woman fans hated that issue. So Danny O'Neill apologized for changing Wonder Woman. And years later, they always kept on making other pilots of Wonder Woman, but my tip to you is this: if you want to do a Wonder Woman series, do it right. Stick with the comics. Stop making up crap. And now I hear there's a Wonder Woman movie coming out. And I hope this will be pretty good, even though I'm not so sure about the actress, because she ain't no Linda Carter. I mean, I was thinking maybe Lucy Lawless, or maybe the actress who plays Seth on Thor. She would have been awesome as Wonder Woman. But the cast director spoken. And I also heard that Chris Pine, the guy who played Captain Kirk on those new Star Trek movies, he's playing Steve Trevor. So now Wonder Woman's having help from Captain Kirk. Anyway, Wonder Woman, she'll live on forever as a woman of a spirit of truth. And there'll never be another woman like her. And that's why she belongs as one of the trilogy, along with Superman and Batman. And of course, now I hear there's these comics. Now I hear on the New 52 comics were just retailed stories. Now they're saying that she's a daughter of Zeus, and now there's a battle between father and daughter going on. A lot of changes, huh? So if they're going to make the movie, are they going to stick it with the New 52 version or the classic? If you ask me, I hope they stick with the classics, because the classics are better. And that's my 2 cents, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you very much for watching. And of course, thank goodness I remember that the name was Steve Trevor, because I kept on forgetting his name on my top 10 female superheroes I know and like. I also heard that Linda Carter's granddaughter looks a lot like her, but I never seen her lately. So I don't know. And not many people know that Linda Carter is Latina. Latina Wonder Woman. There's already a Filipino Wonder Woman, Darna. Of course, that's what Darna was based from. So, well, not all of it. Just they didn't make Darna Themysciran. They just made her Filipino, and it was an alien who gave her the pebble. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a comment down below and subscribe. And there might be more videos coming. Like I hear that one of my fans want me to review The Hobbit, but I only got Lord of the Rings. So I don't know if I'm going to review that or review a superhero who is a sorcerer that I hear that the movie of him is coming out called Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. So if any of you have any thoughts, what do you want me to review? Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. Should I review Lord of the Rings, or Doctor Strange, or Harry Potter? Because I'm getting out of the superhero service and into magic. And some of you fans wanted me to review Star Wars, but I don't have any of the DVDs. Of course, I heard a friend of mine's going to burn them and mail them to me. So I'll do a good, decent review on Star Wars if I have the chance. Anyway, so long, everybody. Gotta go. Wonder Woman!